Friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I am going to solve questions from every topic given in the RRB NTPC notification with regard to mathematics. Now for this, what I have done is I have made an analysis of about 22 different question papers from the previous year when the exam was RRB exam was conducted. 2016 papers, 22 different papers I have taken, and I made an analysis of various topics and how many questions are asked, and what are the popular types of questions that you can expect and all that. And I'm also going to solve a sample question in each of the topics, right? And so before I go to the questions, once again, I thank all of you for for a tremendous response to our RRB NTPC videos. So as I said in my reasoning video, there are 100 questions in total, mathematics 30 questions, and you have a negative mark of 0.33 for the wrong answers. So, and 1 mark for every right answer. These are the basic things to remember. 1 mark for a negative mark of minus 1/3 negative mark. So this is the list of topics and number of questions that you can expect. So I'm going to show one by one, and wherever required, please pause the video and look at the details, be it the questions or the titles. Okay, so now let me go one by one. So the first title given in the syllabus is number system. So in numbers, you can expect about 4 or 5 questions. Okay, so questions pertaining to unit digit, divisibility, reminders. Okay, and perfect squares, cubes. Okay, so many questions. Okay, even the generic ones which don't belong to any other topic, even you can categorize under numbers. Okay, so here I have a sample question which talks about finding the remainder. So 4 power 13 divided by 3, what is the remainder is the question. So we know what to do. So 4 by 3, what is the remainder? The remainder is 1. Okay, now whatever power you take for the numerator, the same power you should take for the remainder as well. So 1 power 13 is 1 itself. So the answer is 1. So that's based on the remainder theorem. Answer is 1. So as I said, unit digit, reminders, a perfect square, perfect cube. Okay, factors, you can expect a lot of questions. So out of 30 questions, you can expect like 4 to 5 questions in numbers. Decimals, okay, you often you get one question most often in decimals. So here is a sample. So 107.03 minus x is equal to 96.4. okay, so x is equal to 107.3 minus 96.4. you can just do this calculation directly. So 107.3 minus 96.4. okay, so here you get 3, this is 0.6, and 10.63. that's answer option B. So this is a sample question in decimal. Next is fraction. So in fraction, typically you get like 1 or 2 questions. So it says among the children, like the 2/3 of the children are in the age group 1 to 12. Okay, so 2/3 are in 1 to 12, and 3/4 are in the group 1 to 8. Okay, so 1 to 8 is like 3/4. Now this is like 2/3, and find the fraction of children that are in the group 9 by 12. Okay, so if 3/4 among 1 by 1 to 12, if 3/4 is in 1 to 8, then 9 to 12 is the remaining 1/4. okay, now the question is what fraction of the children. Okay, now among the total children, 2/3 are in 1 to 12. okay, now in that 9 to 12 is 1/4. in that 9 to 12 is 1/4. okay, so a very simple question. So 1 by 6. That's answer option C. So fraction, you get 1 or 2 questions. Then very important, LCM HCF, you definitely get 2 questions. So in different, and also like you also get some of the reminder questions or factor questions, okay, which are applications of LCM HCF, okay. 3 different lights are blinking at different times, okay. At what time would they blink for every at what time, or what interval they'll blink together. So such application kind of questions of LCM is also often asked, okay. So this is one popular question that is asked. So this question is based on, so you have the question like the product of two numbers is 35828, their HCF is 26, find their LCM. So as you know, the product, if you have two numbers, okay, and the product of those two numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. This is a very popular formula. Okay, now we can use this. Now it is said that now this number is 35828. Now that's equal to LCM, that is what we are supposed to find, and the HCF. Okay, so solve for the LCM, you will get 1378. Okay, now we can also get this by answer choice. Now this number is not at all possible because the LCM can't be more than the product. Okay, so that is ruled out. Okay, and among the others you can just make a guess even with the value here. Okay, using the unit digit and the magnitude you can determine. Okay, otherwise you can just solve it and get the answer. 1378 is the answer for that question. In ratio proportion, that is also like you get 1 or 2 questions. So sometimes you also get questions on weighted averages. Okay, that is also in a sense, that is mixtures and solutions, that is also an extended version of ratio proportion. So sometimes you get questions like this, direct ratio questions. Sometimes you get questions on ratio like wordings. Okay, so somebody's salaries, in the two people's salaries on the ratio A is to B, and then savings, etc. So that kind of question also you can expect. So here what is asked is between A and A plus C. Now first we need to have a relationship between A and C. We need to get the ratio. So for that, let's get A is to B is to C. So we know what we should do. Now B is common, so we should have this 4 and 6, we should make it common. Okay, so because B is 4 here, B is 6 here, we should make it common. So you can go for the LCM. LCM is 12. Okay, so if you're making 4 as 12 now, which you're basically multiplying by 3, then this also you should multiply by 3, which becomes 9. So if you're making 6 as 12, you're multiplying by 2, then this also you multiply by 2, then 10. So it is 9 is to 12 is to 10. Now what is asked is A is 9, A plus C is 9 plus 10, 19. 9 is to 19 is the answer option C. So that is a typical ratio question. Now the next question, I've got one more question here, which is actually a weighted average question, or in other words mixtures and solution question. It says 30 liters of salt solutions contain 5% salt. How many liters of water must be added as to get resultant solution containing 3% salt? So either you can go for the formula. Okay, so that is 30 liters like 5%, and then you're adding n liters or x liters, okay, which is only water, means it is 0%, okay, and whole divided by 30 plus x. Okay, now that's equal to 3%. Okay, instead of that we can go for the alligation method. Okay, so a quick recap of what is alligation method. Now let's say you have two items A and B. The value of A is small a, value or the cost of B is small b, and when you mix them you get a cost for the mixture. Now you take the difference between M and B, you write it here, and you take the difference between A and M, you write it here. Now the ratio in which the two items are mixed, A and B are mixed, is given by B minus M by M minus A. Now we can use the relationship here. So let's say the 5% part, okay, 5%, that's like 30 liters, and then x liters, like that is 0% salt, and the mixture is like 3% salt. So between 0 and 3 the difference is 3. Between 5 and 3, the difference is 2. So 30 and x, they are in the ratio like 3:2. So we got 3 and 2 here, 30 and, okay, so we can easily get x equal to 20. That's answer option A. So this is a question on weighted averages, in other words, mixtures and solutions. So this is the fifth type wherein you can expect like 1 or 2 questions, ratio proportion. Now percentage, like you don't often get direct questions on percentage. So you get probably one question or no questions directly on percentage, but of course you do get questions on profit, loss and discount, okay, or you have time, speed, distance question with a mixture of percentage and all that. Or like you have mixtures and solution questions based on percentage and all that. Okay, and of course in the reasoning section, like the data interpretation question, you have percentage very much. Okay, so direct questions on percentage are very limited. Okay, so here I have a sample here. Okay, what percent of 1 hour is 1 minute and 12 seconds? Okay, 1 minute is 60 seconds and plus this 12 seconds is 72 seconds, and 1 hour is 60 minutes into 60 seconds, so that is 3600 seconds. So what percentage of 1 hour means? So we should have 1 hour in the denominator. Okay, and this is 1 minute and 72 seconds is, sorry, 12 seconds is 72 seconds, and we are asked to calculate in terms of percentage, so multiply by 100. Okay, so 0 and 0 goes up, 72 is like 36, like 2 times. Okay, so it's actually 2%. That's answer option A. Okay, so often get one question or no direct questions on percentage, but profit, loss and discount you definitely get about 2 to 3 questions. Most often in most of the papers that I have seen at least 3 questions in profit, loss and discount. So that's a very important one. So which means you should like learn the profit percentage formula, like right, that is selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100, or the loss percentage. Okay, that is cost price minus selling price upon cost price into 100. Then the relationship between profit, loss, discount. Okay, right, so all that is very important. So here, like what happens, a man buys 144 oranges for 360 rupees and sells them at a gain of 10%. See, 360 rupees, now 10% profit. Okay, 10% profit is 10% of 360 is 36 rupees. So just 396. So this is the 360 is the cost price. Now what is the selling price? See, the formula is a guideline. Okay, so as far as possible we should try to avoid using formula and we should go for concepts. But if like we don't have much time to prepare, I think we can just go by the conventional method. So anyhow, we got the selling price here. Selling price is 396. Now the question is at what rate per dozen? Okay, now when you have 144 oranges, it is 12 dozens. Okay, it is 12 dozens. So 396 rupees, you're selling 12 dozen. So cost per dozen is 33 per dozen. 396 by 12 is 33. 33 per dozen. That's answer option C. So profit, loss and discount, very important. And simple interest, compound interest, you most often get one question in simple interest and one question in compound interest. So simple interest, the formula PNR by 100. Okay, so I'm not solving any question on simple interest. So just use the formula PNR by 100. And also like in compound interest also, like you just have the formula like where amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole per n. We can just directly use a formula. Sometimes using a formula becomes tricky because the value given is like, when it comes to compounded half yearly and all that, it makes it a little tricky. But anyhow, like both are like formula based. Okay, so here I'm taking a compound interest question per annum. So what we have here is again based on the answer choice and the number here, we can make an easy prediction. But anyhow, let's try to get it. So P into so principal is what we have to find out. 1 plus R is 20% and like twice. Now that's equal to 14,400. Okay, so P into this is like 1 by 5. So this is like 6 by 5 whole square. Now that's equal to 14,400. Okay, and so P in equal to 36 by 25 equal to 14,400. So 36, this is like 400 times. So P is equal to 400 into 25. Okay, that's 10,000. See, because it is 10,000 and this is 14,400, that's like 1.2 square. Okay, that is 144 is 1.2 square. So we can make an easy prediction. But anyhow, I'm just using the conventional method. I've solved it. So simple interest, compound interest is purely dependent on formula, and you can definitely expect one question on simple interest and one on compound interest. Ninth type, time, speed and distance, very important area. So 2 or 3 questions. See, if you look at all the topics, the level is very simple. Okay, so it is not tough level at all. Okay, so probably it's like 8th standard level is what is often asked. Okay, 8th standard level, 10th standard level is what often asked. Okay, so here as a time, speed, distance, a very simple question. A man traveling by bus finds that the bus crosses 35 electrical poles in 1 minute, and the distance between 2 poles is 50 meters. Find the speed of the bus. See, 50 meters, you can't take 35 into 50 directly. That is not the total distance, because like let's say you have 4 poles. You have 4 poles, right? 50, 50, 50. The distance is 150. Okay, it is not 200. 4 poles, 4 into 50, it is not 200, because we have to count only the intervals. Okay, so when you have 35 poles, you have 34 intervals. We should count only the intervals. 34 intervals. So 34 intervals, each interval is 50 meters. So that is 1700 meters, which is 1.7 kilometer. Okay, so 1.7 kilometer for every minute. Now what is speed? Speed is in terms of kilometer per hour. Okay, so 1.7 kilometer for every minute. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 1.7 into 60, that's 102 kilometer per hour. 102 kilometer per hour. That's answer option B. So time, speed, distance. So most often, like you don't get like races, boats and streams. Okay, so all that is like even not often asked. Very simple direct questions on time, speed, distance, which you can solve just based on this formula, like speed equal to distance by time. Okay, so probably you need to know the conversion between like kilometer per hour to meter per second, which is like you have to multiply by 5 by 18, and the reverse is like you have to multiply by 18 by 5 and all that. Okay, so that is the basic that is required here. In time and work, another very important area, time and work. Again, you get 2 or 3 questions here, and so most often you get questions wherein you have to use like the rate of work method, or sometimes like you might have seen questions like so there is a stock of like food grains for 100 soldiers for 20 days. Okay, if like 20 additional soldiers join, how many days the food will last? That kind of question you get. So here you have a very simple question. Aman can complete a task in 9 days, which means the rate of work of Aman is 1 by 9. That is, in 9 days he can complete the task. So every day he'll be able to do 1 by 9th of the task. And Ajay can complete a task in 12 days, means Ajay every day will be able to do 1 by 12th of the task. So if they work together, what happens? Every day Aman will be able to complete 1 by 9th of the task. Every day Ajay will be able to complete 1 by 12th of the task, and so together what will happen? The LCM is 36. So this is like 4 plus 3. So together every day they'll be able to complete 5 by 36 of the task. So in how many days they'll complete the task? We just have to take the inverse. So 36 by 5. Now that's equal to 7 1 by 5. That's okay. I'm sorry. This is, I'm sorry. It is 7 by, it is not 5 by 37. It is 7 by 36. So 36 by 7, that's 5 1 by 7. That's answer option A. Answer option A, 5 1 by 7. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so rate of work method, a simple question. And 11th type is mensuration. 11th topic is mensuration. You get often 2 questions. So again in mensuration, okay, so I don't remember seeing any questions like sphere or like any questions related to like volume of a cylinder or a cone like that. Okay, so most often the questions are related to like a rectangle, triangle, and like and all that. So very simple questions only you get. So here the question says perimeter is that is 2 into L plus B is 28, and L is 2.5 times like the breadth. Okay, that is 5 by 2 times the breadth. So 2 into 2.5 L plus 2.5 B plus B is equal to 28. Okay, so that is 2 into 3.5 B equal to 28, 7 B equal to 28, so B equal to 4. You can pick this answer choice, or even you can directly look at like see 5 by 2 times, okay, or 2.5 times. Among the 4 options, okay, only this has got, okay, only option B has got that relation. Okay, so others like they don't fulfill that condition. So you can directly mark the answer, or you can use the conventional method and get the answer. So sample question on the 11th topic, mensuration. So algebra also, like you get like simple questions on a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, and a square minus b square, like this. Okay, so you get simple straightforward questions on algebra. So this one like a square minus b square by a plus b equal to 25. Now what is asked is what is the value of a minus b. Okay, so a square minus b square, we know it is a plus b into a minus b by a plus b equal to 25. So a plus b and a plus b gets cancelled, so which means you are ultimately getting a minus b equal to 25. So the answer is option C, 25. A very simple question. So algebra you get about like 1, okay, or 2, or maybe sometimes 3 questions in for some people. So 13th type, geometry, again you get 1 or 2 questions. So geometry again you get like questions based on like sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. That is sum of any 2 sides is always greater than the third side, and then questions related to like the isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, and all that. Okay, so complementary angle, supplementary angle. So like very basic and simple questions only you get. So here the question is the measure of 2 angles in a right isosceles right triangle, okay, or right isosceles triangle, whatever it is. So right angle, it is like 90 degree. Okay, now when you say isosceles, like the 2 sides are equal. Okay, so in this isosceles triangle these 2 sides are equal. Okay, so these 2, like, okay, so if this is 90 and the total is 180, so this must be 45 and this must be 45. So that's a right isosceles triangle. And so what is the measure of 2 equal angles? That's 45 and 45. Okay, that's answer option B, 45. That's the measure of each angle. 2 equal angles, the measure is 45 degrees. Now the next one is trigonometry. So trigonometry again, like question relationship between like the sine, cos, like tan, cot, and all that. Okay, so you often get questions related to that, and sometimes like you get angle questions based on this, and like the other related basic trigonometry formulas. Okay, so nothing much to remember and all that. So this question, what we need is m is 60 degree, n is 30 degree. So sine 60 degree, into cot 30 degree. Sine 60 degree into cot 30 degree is what required. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and cot 30 is root 3. Okay, so that's equal to root 3 into root 3 is 3 by 2, that's 1.5. okay, so that's answer option C, 3 by 2 is the answer for the 14th type, trigonometry. And the 15th title is elementary statistics. So here you get questions on simple averages, range, standard deviation. Okay, so there are often many questions on a range. So here you get so probably one question on average and one question which can be based on like standard deviation or a range. Okay, sometimes like even mode is asked. I don't remember seeing questions on median, but again mode and range you can expect, and standard deviation also. So those formulas you need to know. So elementary statistics. So here I have a question for average. So why I'm taking this question is that average, it is sum by n, right? And what is very important is that instead of using this, we can use the shortcut formula, which is change in average is equal to change in sum by n. Now this makes it very, very easy. For example, here, now though this is a direct question, even the conventional method doesn't take time, the shortcut is much more easier. Okay, so 27 students are there and the average is 22. Now the 27 students, if you add the teacher, it becomes 28. Okay, and the average increases by 1. So 22 becomes 23. Okay, now the question, the shortcut is change in average is equal to change in sum by n. Now what is the change in average? Change in average is plus 1. Okay, so plus 1 is the change in average. And what is n? 23 people. Okay, n is 23 people. Okay, I'm sorry, n is 28. N is 28. This is 28. 27 students plus the teacher, 28. Okay, so what is the change in sum? The change in sum is 28 plus 28. Okay, so the present average is 22. Now 22 plus 28, 50 is the age of the teacher. Direct calculation. No, you don't have to do any of this. Okay, so actually the question is as simple as what is 22 plus 28, right? That's all. What is 22 plus 28? That's the question, right? That's the answer. 50 is the answer. Okay. Now, if at all, if you want to solve it by conventional way, then that is like including the teacher, 28 people. The average is 23, right? And not including the teacher, 27 people, and the average is 22. Okay, and like solve this. So this is like 590. I'm sorry. This is like 644. And this is 594, and the difference is 50. Okay, the conventional way, but this takes time. Okay, so elementary statistics, you can expect average, mode, like range, standard deviation. Such questions you can expect. Of course, average is a definite question. Okay, so the others, like that they have not mentioned explicitly is you most often like there is one question. In many papers, I have seen at least one. Not at least one question on ages. In some papers, it is not. In some sessions, it was not asked at all. Okay, so anyhow, one sample question, because it's a very, in some sense, it's an important title to be discussed. So ages. So Ram is 4 times his son's age today. So Ram's age is 4 times the son's age. 5 years hence. Okay, so that is Ram plus 5. I'm sorry, Ram plus 5. Would be 3 times his son's age. Okay, so son plus 5 would be 3 times. Okay, see, for this it is better to go with the answer choice. Now if this is the present age, after 5 years it will be 65 and 20. This will be 45 and 15. Okay, and this will be like 25 and 10. This will be like 37 and 13. Okay, now after 5 years, their relation should be thrice. It should be thrice. Only this option, answer option B, is thrice. No other option suits it, the condition. So answer is answer option B for this question. So this is another type. Like, okay, so ages is often like explicitly mentioned in many cases, but anyhow here like since it is not mentioned, I am making a mention of it. And clocks, usually like the questions are not asked in clocks calendars. Okay, so I'm sorry, this is not clocks, this is actually calendars. Okay, so usually like I've not seen questions in clocks and calendars, but there is one paper where this particular question was asked. Okay, so I thought it is important to include it. Okay, so Christmas 2011 was Sunday. What will be the day in 2012? So as you know, any normal year has got 365 days. So which means 7 days a week. Okay, so 52 complete weeks and one extra day, that is called as the odd day. Okay, and in case of a leap year, you will have 366 days, so 52 complete weeks and 2 odd days. So what happens? Okay, so today for example it is 27. Okay, so it is 27 December. Now 27 December 2020. Now 27 December 2021, okay, will be one day after. Okay, normally it is like when you have 365 days in between these two dates, you will have it will happen one day after. So today this is Sunday, so next year the same date would be on Monday. Okay, now coming to this question, now Christmas 2011 was on Sunday, and what will be the day in? Okay, so that is 25 December 2011 is Sunday. Now 2012 is a leap year. Okay, and or in other words, you have 28th of February between these two dates, so you'll have 2 odd days. So the answer is Sunday plus 2. Tuesday is the answer for this question. So since you have 2012, that is you have February 28. February 29. You have 29th of February. I'm sorry, I said 28th of February. You have 29th of February. So you'll have 366 days. So 52 weeks and 2 odd days. So the answer is answer option B. Okay, so calendar, I saw one question. So I thought I should tell you that. And apart from that, you can also expect, even sometimes, but not last year, but there can be cases where one or two candidates, okay, so you may get something, even beyond this, that is possible, but most likely that would not happen. So I've covered, each and every title that is given in the syllabus. Okay, and I hope you like this video. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment box below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Learning About. Thanks for watching the video.